That was so much fun to work out and to make a little table, and some of you might enjoy doing that. But I also want to show you how to use your calculator to do this calculation so that you don't get bogged down and make little errors on your standard deviation, and then you can't do anything else with it because the values are incorrect. So what I'd like you to do is also learn how to use your calculator, and again, I will model this calculator that I've been telling you to get all semester, and it does a beautiful job of finding your mean and your standard deviation. So let's learn how to do those things. The first instructions say always clear out the old data first. And yours, if you've always had it, probably doesn't have any data in there. But if you get used to doing this right at the start, you won't end up going, oh, there's already stuff there, and then you have to delete it and start over. So just get in the habit, clear out the old data. And to do that, we're going to, it says press second and then data. So I'll do second, data, and then scroll all the way to the right, and it says clear data, and push equals. Now it has cleared my data, and so now I can do data. Well, first I have to tell it what kind of data I want to enter, and for right now we just have one variable of data. It's just one set of numbers. There aren't pairs of numbers, which we'll have later, but it's just one variable. So we need to tell the calculator to go into the data mode for one variable. So to do that, we do second data again, second data, and there it has the two options, one variable, two variable. Remember, our clear data is off to the right, and if we go back, we have one variable or two. I'm going to leave the one variable underlined and then just press equals. Now it's in one variable mode, so it knows we only have just one set of data, not pairs of data. And then I'll enter the data values, and to do that I push the data now without the second first, just data, and it shows me my first data point, x sub 1, just like we saw before. Some of them are labeled x sub 1, x sub 2. That's how it is on your calculator. And now I have a data set here. It says find the mean and standard deviation. Be sure to notice whether you need a sample or a population standard deviation, and then also find the range, median, and mode. So these are for us to work using the calculator, and so we'll do the mean and standard deviation with the calculator, and then we'll have to use our by hand methods for the last three, but fortunately they're pretty easy. A group of students working with the University Theater production of Macbeth was sampled for their ages, and here's their ages. So I'm going to just start putting them into my calculator right away. It says x sub 1 equals, well, it looks like it's a 17. And then I'll do a down arrow. It says FRQ equals 1. That's the frequency, and we could put in a frequency like if we counted how many 17s were in our data set, or we could just always leave it set to 1, which is what I find the easiest, because when I start counting how many are in my data set, then I start making mistakes and double entering, and did I enter it before or not? So I just leave frequency 1 generally. Go down one more, and it says x sub 2 equals, and now I'll type in the next data point. Down 1, frequency down another, and now I'm on x sub 3, so I'll do 18, down 2, and another 18, down 2, and a 24, down 2, 19, down 2, 21, down 2, 20, down 2, 28, down 2, 12, down 2, 18, down 2, 24. I'm finished entering. I've gotten to the end of my list, and I want to do one double check before I go anywhere, and that's how many data points do I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 data points, and it says here x sub 12 is equal to my very last data point. So I'm pretty sure I got all of them entered. I didn't accidentally skip over one. I can use my up arrow and look through what all I put in. If I think I made a mistake, I can double check and make sure that I have everything in correctly. Now I'm ready to use StatVar to find the mean and the standard deviation. And here's what I do. I just press the StatVar button. It's right next to the data button. Push that. It calculates briefly. N is telling me again that my N is 12. Perfect double check. then that is really X bar. That's my X bar. So I'm going to write it down. I don't have it displayed yet, but my X bar is coming soon. I can see it. It's very exciting. I slide over using my arrow and I see that my X bar is 20. It would give me decimals if it had them, and so it obviously doesn't have them. And then I'll slide over one more, and what I'm telling you here is the SX, which is this first one you come to, is the sample standard deviation, and the next one, the sigma X, that is my population standard deviation. And the calculator knows the two different formulas, and so it's giving me one using each formula. You can see this standard deviation slightly smaller than that one, and so I'll use, did we decide this is a group of students, and they were sampled for their ages, and so because it says sampled there, I'm going to assume that this N is a sample, and I have to use the small s for my standard deviation, so 4.0898, but it has a 9 following, so I'm going to make it a 9. 4.0899, and that's my standard deviation. Now, unfortunately, I have to go back and look for the range, the mean, the median, and the mode. So when I look at range, 17 might be the smallest number, it looks like. And the largest, I think, oh, there's a 28. So there's a 28. I think that's my largest. So for the range, I need to do 28 minus 17. And I think that's 11 years difference from the youngest to the oldest in the group. And I need the mode. And that one's also easy, so I'm looking for 18. I have twice. Oh, there's 3 times. Is there anything else that I have 3 times? I see 2 24s, 2 21s. That's it. So my mode is 18. 18 years. Okay, and then I need the median. The median is going to be a little bit more tough, a little more difficult because I don't have, my numbers aren't in order, but I can put them in order pretty quick. 17, 18, 18, 18, 19. I only had one 19, so I have a 20, 2 21s, 22, 23, 24. I have 2 24s and a 28. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I might be missing one. 21, 21. Yeah. 18, 18. Yeah. 24, 24. Good. 19. Got it. 20, 21. 28. Oh, 12. Good heavens, I made a mistake. So 12. So I have the wrong. Let's back it up. So I need to find the range, the median, and the mode. And so what I've done is ordered all my numbers from least to greatest, and starting with range, I want to do the 28, which is the largest number, minus the child actor, who's 12, and I get 16, 28, yes, 16 years difference between the oldest and the youngest that I sampled. Then I need to find the mode, and I see a lot, 3 18-year-olds, and it looks like that's the largest group. So the mode is 18 years old. And then the median, I can start crossing off as I go end to end. 1, 2 from that end, 2 from that end. Looks like I have enough for 2 more from each end. And 19 and 20. And so I can either add the 2 and divide by 2 and get 19 and a half, or I can think what's exactly halfway between 19 and 20? 19 and a half. So my median is 19.5 years old. So I still have to do the range, the mode, and the median by hand, but all three can be done by ordering the list smallest to largest. And then the more complicated calculations, the mean and the standard deviation, can be easily done on the calculator. Here's one for you to try.